It's a way to get your kids' confidence going. Crack on a nigga for being blind. Hey, Magoo, you go over there, you blind bastard. Love you too, Pop. Oh.
Thanks, Dad, you fucking asshole.
Thanks, Dad. You fucking...
That might be the name of the episode. Come on, we haven't even started yet.
Thanks, Dad, you farting ice hole. Oh, welcome, and I repeat another welcome to the niggas with the playing and microphones on the Just Break channel. You are now listening and watching Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Gourd Wars. We are here in the mix, in the flush. I am the white, dusty-topped plethora of slightly toasted marshmallows at a campfire. We here, young pastry, Y-U-N-G, past T-R-Y. Pass.
You know we're not before the ride.
Yeah, we know. We don't. You know what I mean? Passover just happened. Passover. I'm not sure what's going on.
NBA playoffs. We talking about the Passover.
Ooh, wait a minute. Over the back.
You ain't even noticed you get passed over. I mean,
listen, I've chopped niggas in half. Many ways. So we here, man. It's episode 71.
71.
If you make it to be 71, you are blessed to pass 70, and you can die now.
Bars.
That's how I feel, at least. Shit, I feel like get me to 70. I've done something. 71, I kicked the bucket. I lived 70 years, you know?
True.
I think turtles lived that. I got a friend I can call.
You know, it was funny because I was talking to my mom the other day about retirement, and she's not at the age yet, but she was talking to me about how there's early retirement and then, retirement. And early retirement is like 62, and normal retirement is like 65 or something like that. And it blows my dick off that anybody would work all the way up to 65 because all I'm thinking about is quality of life. You know what I mean? To where like,
that's my mom
all right,
stopped.
listen, if I get,
well, she's 63. She stopped 3 years ago.
If I get to 62 or whatever early retirement is, take that shit and get out the game. Like we've spoken before about, I don't understand, and I feel sorry for the people that are, man, I just come to work because I don't know what to do. I have nothing else to do. Like my grandmother asked me the other day, she's like, what would you do for one? I'd be like, I'd be out.
Right.
I would go travel the world. I would, experience new things. I wouldn't I don't know how some people are like confined to their couch and work and work.
Right.
And
it's the everyday norm. I think those are more
norm.
Those are two like the guy that's been married for 70 years. God damn it!
That's the thing too is I think a lot of people get beaten down. You know what I mean?
It's like he can't be the lone wolf. Like you don't want to travel. I guess we're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
God damn it. But you got to have your ride or die lady, which is like, come on, baby, get up. We ain't old.
Exactly.
Let's go travel this motherfucker.
That's the other thing too. To people that will settle for, I'll be single forever before I settle with someone I don't want to fucking be with. Like, because just like people have friends that they don't like, which is, once again, blows my penis across the room. Like, this is, how life hacks used to be big. Here's a life hack for you. You don't have to hang out with people you don't like. Hello. Why that shouldn't be bars. That shouldn't be fucking. It
should be just scrolling.
That shouldn't be lessons.
Like,
same shit.
I don't like the nigga, but I mean, I gotta hang with him.
Yeah.
Why? Ask yourself why. I mean, I guess I could see if you were like, you had a group of friends and it was just one nigga out of a group of friends you didn't really care for, and you like when you chill with your people, it just so happens he's gonna be there, or she's gonna be there. You know what I mean? It's just that friend, like, oh, this motherfucker gonna be here. Oh, I can't stand you.
True.
But you here. But now the shit, like, I gotta go to Ty house. Why? I mean, I hate that nigga, but I gotta go to his house. I gotta show him the love.
Yo, like people that have like fist fought and then they're like, but yeah, it was a while ago. But I'm like, the thing that I never understand is, what's the first point of contact after that? Like if we fit, because and that's the other thing too is I don't like if I'm gonna fight somebody, it's till someone is unconscious. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
we're gonna go until it's really done.
Like if we're gonna go, we're gonna go. So I don't know if it's just like
and then whoever gets knocked, and then if I knock you out, you can't look at me the same.
Yeah,
I just embarrassed you.
Because then, like I said, so then what's the first point of contact after you fist fight someone?
I think it's you want a beer?
And then
you want a bear? You bear?
Like, is it a 2:00 in the morning text? Yo, you up? Like, what do we? Come on now.
I know. I need to talk. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Look, and about last night.
Do you want to discuss that?
Yo,
they love that shit.
It should turn into a real relationship type fucking conversation. Yeah, listen, my nigga.
Yo, about last night.
The way I mean for my fist to hit your face so hard, like, forgive me?
Exactly. Yo, are we cool?
You want to get beer? You want to get beer?
Shit is fucking wild.
Smoking up, drinking up, but that's what they do, man. It's headbutt city out here.
And like we said, man, we starting off strong. We starting off on fire this week. I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS. For the people, and it's funny because I was thinking about this on the way here too, because for the people watching, you notice a little bit of a different setting. We are in the Nissan Versa, the 2017 blacked out edition. Was just black.
Black on black. What?
We are. It's funny because I was thinking too, because the most people listen to our podcast, and then some people will watch our podcast. So I'm sure it's got to be confusing for the people that are just listening and never watch our podcast and just always hear us talk about the dumb shit that's happening around us. So for the people that are watching, you see it. For the people that are listening, sorry, we'll move on.
We're in the hood. We love you.
Yeah, man. We do. Like I said, we will bring you the podcast once a week. Regardless, it will always come out, and we might be in different settings. You know what I mean? If I had a stronger wrist and a selfie stick, maybe we could do it in a walk one day. Who knows, man?
Right. A walk and talk. It was a walk and talk podcast. That might be first. I don't know if that exists already.
Who knows?
A walk and talk podcast. I mean, there's all kinds of shit. I mean, we can go to a train station platform. You want to pretend we're traveling?
Right. Could be.
Could
be. I mean, maybe could even take the train up to Bridgeport and circle back. Who knows?
Listen.
By the time we're done, but
get the conductor in on this shit.
We appreciate everybody for joining us. Like you said, man, episode 71. The train is moving. We doing it. Hit this hotline 203-594-6977. Call or text. GBI Clothing is the sponsor. Use code Watermelon. Get 10% off. That's for supporting us. We got all our gear up there. The Watermelon versus Pumpkin. There's Lil Mattress shirts. There's other things of that nature.
What's this? Cancer survivor shirts?
There are, watermelon cancer survivor shirts. There aren't, but now there probably is going to be.
I didn't have the thing. Do niggas die? But no, we live long off of watermelon. Nigga, listen.
Right?
I know Miss Johnson out there kicking it. 98, nigga, big melon chunks. Fuck that.
Real. There's windmill cancer survivor shirts up there. So if you've been affected by it, and we will donate, a portion of the proceeds to windmill cancer to try to, eradicate that.
Yes. So, be aware, y'all. Stay away from windmills.
Yes. Once again, that is gbiclothing.com. Greatness blinds ignorance. God body Illuminati.
Quick question. Would a turbine be included in this? Wind turbine, is that the same as a windmill? Are they the same kind of awareness problems?
You never know. It might be different types of cancer. There might be turbine.
Yeah, listen.
Who knows?
There's something else in
because they say it might all be the same thing because the claim is that you get cancer from the sound. So whatever, I don't know what that means.
Ear cancer.
Ear cancer. Ear cancer or air cancer.
Air cancer. Listen,
ear or air.
I think they say air cancer can happen from bad music. So if you're listening to something you probably shouldn't be, it's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you. Air cancer.
And if you're looking for something to heal it, you're listening right here. And you know what it is,
man. Hey guys.
Hey guys. But like I said, man, that hotline is 203-594-6977. Also, click down below in the details of wherever you're listening to us at, man, and take advantage of some of these deals and sponsors that we got going on. Support the podcast through all those other ventures as well. And as you know, tell a friend to tell a friend. We are on everywhere. Wherever your podcast is at, we are also there. We're snuggled up next to you.
Nestled.
Big spoon. Big spoon.
I'm always a big spoon. They're going to get that shit confused. Ain't nothing weirder than it's cool. When you get the little spoon for your ladies sometimes, but if you got a real tiny ladies, you can't even get your arms on me, baby.
Right.
Come on. You can't be the big spoon unless you can rap a nigga.
And the other thing too, that every woman that will ever big spoon you, she's gonna take 3 or 4 humps at your butt. They just try to get us back. You know what I'm saying? That's it. She's gonna take a couple pumps on you.
A couple pumps.
Yep.
It's gonna and you might throw it back and then immediately
exactly.
What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing?
I was playing the role. I don't
do that.
I
mean, it felt good because you don't have anything protruding, so it's safe.
Exactly.
There is no Nump.
No nump.
No nump lump in your shack, baby.
Ain't no nump on it.
Yeah, listen, if your girl really want to fuck with you, ladies, if you're out there listening, ladies, you really want to fuck with your man, one day go ahead, go beat a big spoon. Get behind a nigga, but stuff a sausage in that
sausage.
You know what I mean? Or a big sock. No, you got to get something harder than that. You got to get a little sausage or a banana, stuff it in your panties real quick, and then cuddle that nigga and just rub it on him. He go, what the fuck? And just pay back, nigga.
Just whisper in his ear, yeah, you feel that?
All the shit we be doing, baby. Get back at his ass.
Right?
That's it. Because, shit, I am a 3. Shit, I'm kidding. I'm about a 1.5 minute into cuddling, poking you kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying?
We'll let you know.
Listen, I'm immediately.
I enjoy going hot dog in a bun. I enjoy spread, like, just lift one of them up. Just put, I'm not even.
Let it lay.
Yeah, I'm not even going to put it inside. You know, I'm not even penetrating. I'm just, give me the hot dog bun warmer. You know what I'm saying? Give me the hot dog warmer.
The bun warmer.
Just warm it up for me.
God, I'm all about a bun warmer. It's just you just lift up, slide. Just let me place it there. It's good. It's good.
Let it rest.
I mean, if something happens from there, we're gonna make it happen. But right now, this is comfy.
Exactly.
it's like a dick sling.
Yeah, exactly. A dick muffler, if you will.
Dick muffler. Selling now. Coming soon to GBI Clothing.
Right? The dick muffler.
The dick muffler. Oh man.
That's all we're looking for. But hey, if you heard about this, it's a couple weeks old, but it popped into my head, so we sat here and did it now. There's a fun exercise that you can do out there on Google. Search Florida man and search your birthday.
That's it.
And
not the year.
Because I'm not sure if you've heard, but Florida is wild for the night. Florida is wild for the year. Florida is wild for the century. Florida.
Right.
Florida's a different country, even though it's attached to our country. Even though it's a state, it's also a different country. Florida is a different
world. It's a world.
Yeah.
It's a third world country.
Florida is living single in a 90s kind of world, and it's probably glad that it's got its girls. Keep your head up, what? Keep your head up. That's right.
Now, many of you niggas done got the tag song to that shit.
I'm telling you. True blue.
Living single fans, put your hands in the air, nigga.
I'm telling you. So we did it with our birthdays. Florida, man. And now listen.
Yes.
For anybody out there, we're going to go equal opportunity. This is just how I saw it, is that you were supposed to Google Florida man. Right. If you want to put in Florida woman, that's completely fine. If you want to put in Florida person,
listen,
you know what I mean?
Shits and giggles, I'll put in both.
Exactly.
I did already, but just for fun, I'd put in a woman too, just to see what crazy ladies is doing around a nigga day.
So for you, what popped up on your birthday for?
So my birthday, and the thing is, you don't have to put your year, just the date. The month and the day is good enough. So I put Florida man, July 13th. The first damn article I get. Boom. Florida man with no arms is charged with stabbing a Chicago tourist. Hello.
What happened?
So, that was in Miami Beach, man. Yeah, nigga, I didn't even open it up to get the details. But, I mean, if you can imagine that would catch your eye, a nigga with no arms stab somebody. I'm trying to think about who's the guy that he got the drop on. Like, what's wrong with him?
Exactly. And did he put that knife underneath his neck and go for the stab?
No,
is he one of those dudes that can use his legs and just pick up things?
And this motherfucker like a straight hobbit. I'll be damn, I'm gonna let this motherfucker stab me.
Yeah, man. Now listen, he looks like a guy that doesn't have any arms, even though you can't see if he,
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
But he probably gripped that shit right in his mouth. Lunged, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's a beautiful exercise if you choose to do it. Florida man and your birthday.
There we go. He held a pair of scissors with his feet and stabbed a 22-year-old. Now, he got the drop. He's 46. He got the drop on a 22-year-old. There it is.
Yeah, man. Now, does it say where they were? Because that's I feel like the 22-year-old, they were, somewhere in the vicinity of each other. Like, I can't imagine that that's a stranger situation is what I'm trying to say out loud. I can't imagine that that's like
he was
anything other than.
There we go. According to the report, Crenshaw is the
Boulevard.
Crenshaw Boulevard. Crenshaw is the guy, the attacker. So the attacker says he was laying down with. He was
laying down with a pair of scissors between his feet.
Changed the scenario. He was laying down with the nigga.
Right.
Oh, okay. It was a gay lover's quarrel. Okay. He was laying down. This is what he says. Where was I at?
With a pair of scissors on his feet like you do when you go to bed. Some people sleep with socks.
He's on the beach now. He's on the beach laying down. when Corando approached him and kicked him in the head. And then they said, police said Crenshaw stabbed him twice and fled the scene. I think he was just running, no arm running.
Now I want to know, did he leave the attempted murder weapon behind? And let's just go, because listen, I'm white. Sometimes, man, I feel like I haven't been, properly birthed out to the world like this, but why are you bringing scissors to the beach?
Right. Well, he was a homeless dude. That nigga that's a tool.
Yeah, he had his whole shit at
That's
the beach.
like Tom Hanks in the Castaway. Nigga. Them scissors in the streets get you through. Got to cut the fence. Nigga. Got to get in there. But the other guy's story. So now you'll hear two stories. What do you think? Whose is more valid? The other guy says that a friend who was traveling with so the guy had a witness with him. So the guy that got stabbed had his boy with him. So now it's two guys' stories against one, which still don't matter because they be good friends and could lie for each other. But anyways, this says a friend who was traveling with Corando, the guy that was stabbed, said they asked Crenshaw, the homeless guy, for directions when he suddenly jumped up and stabbed him in the arm. Wait, how'd he jump up and stab him in the arm?
I know. I'm trying to like this. You know, the dude is flexible because if you only have legs, then.
But he must have been like 6'5". I'm trying to think of a shorter guy.
Jump stab.
Right. How do you he jumped up and
that high
stabbed
step.
Him. Right. He just jumped up with the scissors in his feet and just like I'm trying to envision this shit, man.
Yeah.
Neither one of their stories sound right.
No.
Like the other guy said, I mean, if you would look at those and not know anything, I would say the guy who said he got kicked in the head sound more believable.
Because then, you have to think of like, now, were you an asshole and you asked the guy with no arms for directions and being like, point which way? You know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
If
like,
you were being, hey, can you point out which way?
Exactly.
You heard the funny no arm joke I did?
Yeah. Like that guy needs more shit in his life.
Right. So you getting stabbed is valid. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's what I say.
Exactly.
But that could have been it, man. I don't know about the kick in the head, and I sure as hell don't know about, hey, can you give me directions? Yeah!
Right?
And the nigga just jumps up with scissor kicks. What a fucking scissor kick. This yeah, this is not no motherfucking soccer scissor. This is real scissor kick, nigga.
It's a real scissor kick.
And he probably did it like a scissor kick actually is. You know what I mean? Jumped up with them in it and then backflip.
Right.
God, I want to sign that nigga up for martial arts or something.
That's amazing.
MMA, watch out.
I figure though, he probably,
we got homeless Crenshaw, nigga, coming to the block.
Because then you got to think too, like, what type of person, like, because there's people out there that are assholes, but really, what type of motherfucker are you to just kick somebody in the fucking head that doesn't have arms? Like,
right?
Because that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right either. Like,
but I know
people.
Of them. Yeah, but I know like assholes exist that want to fuck up homeless people, but that's a lot, man.
They do it for the gram or some shit, or let's do this video where we kick homeless people in the heads.
But like we were saying, this was in the country of Florida, so
Oh god, so yeah, that's my day.
But so now my birthday is April 1st, April 1st, 1983, and the one that as I search, I get April 1st, 2014. Florida man mistakes corpse of 96-year-old suicide victim for April Fool's prank and hurls the woman's body into a dumpster.
Yeah.
Well.
This is really realistic shit they use.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Like, look at this shit. It's crazy.
Oh, my God. You thought it was a prank.
First off, April Fool's pranks are like... I can't even think of an example, but April Fool's pranks are not leaving a pretend dead body. Like, that's Halloween, Duke. That's Halloween. April 1st, people don't go hard like that.
That's funny, because then I think about the whole... at one point, did he ever, think about, maybe that was somebody real? Like, did it ever come to him? Like when you think it's a prank, and then you go about your day and nobody ever came forward. Usually when you got a fucking prank, somebody immediately comes forward like, I got you. Yep. Like this motherfucker went all day like, who pranked me like that?
Exactly. So here's it goes, now first, the first sentence of this article, just for me, no. But once again, I have not lived this life. But April Fool's Day pranks are often known to be macabre. No, as far as I know, no. April Fool's Day pranks are often known to be macabre. So when a Florida man spotted what appeared to be a mannequin made to look like a corpse outside his work Tuesday, he tossed it in the trash without giving it a second thought, because that's normal! It was not until the police arrived hours later that the 61-year-old Ronald Benjamin of St. Petersburg, Florida, learned that the prop that he hurled into the dumpster was actually a deceased 96-year-old woman.
Who got the props?
Who got the props?
Oh, Florida got the props.
Threw her in the box.
Threw her in the trash.
Now, she jumped to her death from a 16th floor apartment.
Damn, Grandma. You could have slipped a handful of Advil for that, boo.
Yo,
you 95.
That's,
you could have went out another way.
You could have just went to sleep and rolled the
dice. Just go to bed, baby. You probably not going to wake up.
For real.
Damn, 16 floors.
16
Holy
floors.
Shit.
Because then I'm thinking, like, what's a body look like after that?
Right. And then it's like, this motherfucker must have been like, somebody's really going that hard for a prank, bro. Like, that's a lot of custom paint. Like, you know, like, look at the special effects they use for this prank. There's blood splattered everywhere. This is fake blood. You know, I'm going to show you it's fake. And he probably put his finger in it and licked it.
I know, right? Because then I'm thinking, like, dude, you don't, there's no, come on, the smell?
It had to be a scene. It had
to
like,
you die, you shit your pants. So, like,
visceral.
what the fuck?
They had to see something, bro. Like, is that entrails? What is it?
Right? Like, I can't believe in the story it's not like, and it turns out it was his grandma. You know, like.
Right. He even spun it around, and it was his grandma. He thought somebody was joking.
The goddamn roof.
He tossed her off the roof. You guys are real fucking funny, Tommy. Real fucking
funny. That's in every Jason movie. Fucking, you guys aren't gonna fucking trick me with this thing.
No way, Sal. I know you're out there. Stop fucking around, man.
Tommy, right. Get out of the woods.
And then it always turns after 3-4 there's a Tommy.
Yeah, exactly. There's always that.
Tommy, stop fucking around, man.
Right?
It's not funny anymore. Then the nigga's dead. It's every copy paste motherfucker.
And then he's
scary,
dead.
But then he's dead. Like,
don't have sex on a camping trip and don't go in the woods.
Right.
That's it.
You niggas don't hear that? Yes, nigga. Death is in the air and you are a part of it.
Like Cedric the Entertainer, he had the best, making fun of white people about the whole just like, they run towards danger. Like, we don't.
What's going on over there?
Exactly. What's going on over there? Punk, you're done.
They know, run away. Oh, shout out to my man Arnold, my man A Boogie, man. He's a good dude, man. He's a bow-legged old brother. And he said, Mike, man, the other day, I was walking by Toad's place, and, a bunch of young, college kids just started running around the corner. There was, a bunch of young white kids, Yale students. They're flying around the corner running. I just ran with him, man.
Yeah, man.
You know how I do, man. I don't know what to do. I said, I'll figure this shit out later.
Exactly.
It didn't look like they had numbers on their chest or they was part of a team. So it wasn't no kind of like, I know what a marathon looks like.
Oh, yeah.
These motherfuckers were running full sprint around the corner like something was after them.
Yep. I'm at least jogging to catch up.
It's like, look, I'm running with you, with the herd, because, that's like when lions are chacking niggas down in the gazelles. The nigga in the back always gets bagged.
Yo, what do they say when if you're in the woods and a bear attacks, all you have to be is not the slowest. That's it.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't need to know how to curl up in a ball. You don't need to know how to make yourself bigger and stare it in the eye.
Just make sure you are
just
not
need
the
to
slowest.
Not be the slowest. That's it.
AKA trip a nigga if you got to.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, you kick somebody's kneecap out of place. Oof. Sorry.
And it's crazy to think, man, because then you think about like I think about shit like the severity, like when people die from stampedes in like Walmart, like that's crazy to think about. Like, because I always feel like I can survive a stampede, but I guess you never really could think about like people getting stomped on like that. I'm thinking like, oh, that nigga, that's tucking to a rock. That's easy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm curling up, and then I'm gonna have some bruised bones and all that good shit. But
how I always thought about it is, I'm assuming that people get knocked out. Because like somebody, like people stepping on their heads or something, then they get knocked out, then their body's just fucking.
And then it's become just a storm mat, and people are just stepping and stomping and trying to get out of there, and it's chaos. Yep. I guess so, because I'm sitting there like, because I'm like, man, curl up, nigga.
Yeah.
And they gonna take me like that. I'm curling up and I'm grabbing legs, and people are falling with me so they can cushion the blow with me. Because if you get people to fall down with you,
we're all going down.
We're all going down. It's like bowling pins, nigga. It's like,
I know, you got to grab someone else's leg and just keep it going.
I'm trying to hit a strike. Fuck all that split.
Well, it's interesting to think about too, because listen, I don't know how I'm gonna die. None of us know how we're gonna die. I'm probably not gonna die fucking defending my country in some heroic manner. But you know how I'm not gonna die? I'm not gonna die getting trampled for a fucking Tickle Me Elmo. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna fucking die for a Furby.
For a unicorn mud mask. It ain't going down.
I'm not dying for the PlayStation 5. Right. Like, that's not what I'm doing.
People are. I know. That's like, yeah. Please. That's how'd he die? What's cause of death? Yeah.
Black Friday.
Black Friday. Cause of death. Black Friday. Nigga. Just, yeah, right. I'm all set with that. I mean, I have a couple things on my wish list. Like I wish to not die a certain way.
Yeah,
you know. I guess one of my number ones is to be eaten by something. You know what I mean? Like eaten alive by like, I don't know. I don't really put myself in too many positions to really be I
don't really hang out in many swamps, right?
But I'm not really an applicant for these settings. You know what I mean? But you know, if I ever so happen, because I want to go camping. You know, I want to try some shit that I normally don't do. If I don't want to ever get attacked by something that's gonna eat me. You know what I mean? Like a cougar or a fucking bear.
Right.
Like, it's not the way. Or burnt alive. But yeah, burnt alive. Well, the most house fires, if you die in a house fire, you're dying from the smoke before you even burn. So you're out.
So hopefully you at least just pass out.
Right. But I'm talking about like when I seen some shit in a country where it was well deserved, the nigga fucking third world country in an island somewhere, he raped a little girl in the fucking village. They beat the shit out of him, and then they tied him around a tree where he's all bloody and banged out, and they just fucking doused him and set him on fire.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker, the way they showed it was like
that's
one
some
of the
other
faces of
shit.
that shit. Yeah, man. And the way his fucking skin just peeled, and the way he was like screaming, it was like, man, I don't want to die that way.
No.
I hope never.
Dude, like back in the castles and horses era, like, dude, you ever been cooking bacon and you get fucking bro, they would just dump oil on people and kill them, like black tar oil, just fucking
boiling fucking tar,
and that's that slow moving shit. You know what I mean? That's that fucking.
It's just melting through your brain slowly.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna feel that pain of sizzling and burning. You're gonna get that scream until it's just either you go into shock before the actual death, or you know. Yeah, I'm banking on a sleeping. I'm banking on a sleeping, not waking up deal, man. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm banking on a sleeping, or if I get, cause that's one thing I've always thought about is like when I do, if you know, everything universe willing, if I do get to like 70, all that, if I still got my wits about me, cool. But if I don't, it's like I've always felt like there's gonna be a point where you assess like, yo, should I take myself out? You know, it's a weird, like, should I cash in?
Right.
But then that also how we were talking about the other day about like, no, we were talking about the other day, like, then you don't want to get to fucking the afterlife and God just be like, dude, if you just held on, you would have been fine. But I
had your ticket punched out.
The one was don't kill yourself. The one was don't kill yourself. But
I fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up, pal.
Yeah.
I had a ticket right here waiting for you. You went ahead and jumped the gun. You're impatient. You don't deserve to be here.
Exactly. No, but it's wild too because me and my mom were talking about it the other day. Like, you can put down a dog if they get to the point, but you can't do it with humans. It's fucking wild, man. That like nope, they're still alive, so everything's fine. And it's like,
but can't you choose? I thought like if you can choose to
I think in certain, well, you can choose.
I know my pops did that.
You can choose do not resuscitate.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, he did that because he had the tubes going, and he said, "Look, in 24 hours, take the tubes out, man, and it is what it is." You know what I mean? If I make it, I make it. If I don't, that's I'm ready. You know, so it was that. With when people, damn, that motherfucker was moving. Sorry, I'm saying it because we out here in traffic, y'all. We sit in the car, so when you see somebody look like they're about to get in an accident, it really fucks with your head real quick. Right. That was a squirrel moment. Squirrel moment. I mean, there's all kinds of squirrel moments. The election's going down next year, 2020, y'all. There's squirrel moments of them going down, and so the candidates are running rampant.
Well, first off, in 2020, I've written it on Twitter, so it is a lockdown that I've called it, and it's not a genius call, but I will say, maybe I'm not saying kill, but maybe just like snuff the 40-second rapper that goes 2020. I see things 2020 because you know it's coming.
2020 seeing it. 2020.
No, it's coming.
I see 2020 like good vision. They out
2020 like this year. I mean, but yeah, man, the election's gonna be popping off, and
yes,
people are losing their goddamn
so
mind
Bernie's
already.
running again. Bernie Sanders is back in the pit.
Bernie's trying to have him feel the burn.
He like 83. He back in the fire. He can make it. He can make 4 years, I think.
Yeah, man. I think it'll
feel
be
the burn. Feel the burn. He's got good ideas. Some of them he might go too crazy, but he's got some good ones in there. And then some like, I don't know, burn about that. You might won't.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. When he does, I think he wants like criminals to like vote and shit. It's like,
they're talking about
in jail. You want them niggas to vote from their cell block? Like, nigga voting on how good his lunch gonna be? Like,
yeah.
Like, what type of shit is you doing? And I promise to have better food in our prison systems. Yeah, I'm voting for that nigga. You heard? So we gonna get meatloaf now, cuz. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do?
No, man.
I think when they're out and they get a chance to get acclimated, get back to society and be back to a normal flow of life.
Back to life.
You know what I mean? And then back to voting, nigga.
Yep. I agree with that. I don't think because you committed a crime that your right to vote should be taken away for the rest of your life. But like, dude, while you're on timeout, be on timeout.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, it's just like having the badass kid. And listen, until you prove yourself, you're not gonna have no chocolate.
Exactly.
You're not gonna get no ice cream tonight after dinner until you behave your fucking self.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, man. We are grown ass fucking kids, man. When you think about it, a motherfucking jail is just being babysat by a correction officer.
That's it. Yo, they're literally just in timeout. That's it. Like,
in one long timeout.
Go to your room.
Some niggas are in for the permanent timeout.
Yeah.
And that's just more like you're just locked in. You know what I mean?
But even like that shit is weird to me too, because it's I don't know how, like, you have to think partially about like just as a human being. Then part of it you have to think about as like a business, which our country is just a business, but of like going to jail for life. Like, what are we doing here? Besides like that jail is slave labor.
Right.
So I think that's what they're doing it for. But then like the amount of money that we pay for each fucking prisoner just to like stay alive.
Just for them to keep the lights on in the damn prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, we're gonna have to take it somewhere, so it's gonna come straight to the pockets of the people that take the air of the country. That's how it goes. And I was like, but don't we press up money? Can't you niggas just like press it up and then like push it around?
We've been known.
I know there's like some pallets that ain't marked for it, man. Come on.
And that's why other countries don't want our money anymore, because that's what we turned it into paper, man. Right. And there's a lot of like, dude, I remember going to Canada in high school and fucking our money was worth like double, and now it's like, yeah, $10 is fucking $12 there. It's
right.
It's
shit. The dollar in I think the Jamaican dollar is big. I think a $50 American dollars is like $1.50 in Jamaica, some shit like that.
Yeah, that's
something crazy
good.
Like that, where it's like, it's real. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing?
Yeah.
Getting that money. 'Cause I remember in the past doing a song with a Jamaican dude. And I remember this shit. I remember I told you about this motherfucker was trying to upsell us all the time.
Yeah.
I need money for like, and the shit he sent me, I'm like, come on, cuz I know what the dollar costs over there. There's no way what you sent me, you paid more than what the fuck you did in that studio time. You did one track, no mixing, nothing, just a single voice track, recorded it, talking about it costs more than the $50 I sent him, which I knew was about $100 in their money. It's like, no way you spent more than $100 for you to do that one ass simple hook. And it was a hook. You didn't even do a verse, motherfucker.
No, damn well. He did that shit on his phone and sent it back to you.
Right, on his phone, on his own little program, he had, and it sounded like shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he tried. Shout out to that nigga. I'm not going to unname him. Episode 71 is your name, nigga.
True. But yeah, the politics, it's about time for it to start getting stupid, which is always fun, but because it's on both sides. You know what I mean? Everybody does the slander commercials. Everybody goes back and forth about like they suck, no they suck, and then repeat. But
it's a real big roast.
yeah, that's what it is. But then the weird thing too, it's almost like people don't understand that after. Do you notice how everybody's fine with each other after? It's rap battling.
It is, man. It is.
Because what was it? Donald Trump was just like, and after I'm president, Hillary's going to jail. Fuck her.
Right.
No, after
he became president, she came over for dinner.
Yeah. It was.
Bill came over. They sat down. You guys had tea, and like,
yep. It's
almost like it's tough. It's like I don't want to hang around this motherfucker shitting on me.
Yeah.
So it's anything else, man. You know, if you're gonna talk shit about wrestling, man, and stage and shit, this is like wrestling. This shit is staged to where like it's all orchestrated.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they're doing is orchestrated, man, and it's like what they tell you is orchestrated, what they promise they're gonna do. It's just part of what they have to do to fucking get you to believe.
Yeah, and that's one of the things is like the promises that are coming out already from some of the Democratic candidates. Oh my God! Like it's, you know, it's I believe the modern day poet Tupac Shakur had said, "I don't want it if it's that easy." So, like, if a girl is throwing herself at you, you know, obviously sometimes you take it, but if it's too much, you know, too sloppy, too whatever, you know, he's I don't want it if it's that easy.
And she's like tracking you down in the club. Give me your dick tonight.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn, baby,
Exactly.
let me chase you a little bit.
Like, are you gonna suck it or try to eat it? Because this is like.
Listen, I enjoy a good chase, honey, but don't do it. I'm the hunter here.
Yep. No, it's like you learn quick once a girl grabs your dick in that death grip. Once a girl grabs your dick like, shoo, and you're just like, oh, whoa, no.
Right now, you hungry? All right.
Not for that. But yeah, man, the some of the Democratic nominees are losing their fucking mind. Some of the things that they're trying to promise, which that's the other thing too that I just feel like the American people don't understand is like, don't worry about these fucking promises because it's like an abusive girlfriend that they forget every fucking 4 years that what do? They promise and then it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
So now the Democratic nominees are promising.
Right. Or any motherfucker that just fucked up.
They're promising reparations for slavery. Oh.
Check, please.
Which.
Heard this one.
Which, of course, in theory, it would be beautiful. But then once you actually start getting down to it, okay, so who gets it, who doesn't get it?
How is it? What's calculated? How much you talking now?
Yeah.
Are we talking about back taxes now?
Exactly.
Are we talking
back credit?
I mean, hey, 1865, you know what I mean? You do the math. 100, 150 years, you know. Hey.
Right, are we getting any interest on that?
Right. I mean, is it just going to go from 1865 or are we going back to 1400 and something? You know what I mean? You tell me what it is.
Because then you got to think about, too, where just in layman's terms, how black do you have to be to get it?
Right.
Like, do you have to prove that your families were slaves, or is it just I'm black, so I get it?
I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
In society here in America, that I am an African-American male, but genes would say he is half Greek, half black. And does that mean I get half of everything? You know what I mean? Does people that are like your Steph Curry, who's very light-skinned, and he's probably like a quarter, does he get a little quarter?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, so do you have to prove how long your family was here? Do you have to prove that somebody in your family was a slave? Do you have to prove, like, how are they going to break it down? Because that's the other thing, too, where it's cool to say for votes, but then if you actually decide to get into the nitty-gritty, and then there's the whole magical thing of people think money comes out of the fucking air. All it is that's people getting taxed. So you're paying for it anyway, and, you know, it's just a thing that, like, first off, it's just not going to happen.
Right.
But it's just wild to see.
We can't even pull money to do other things. We're gonna have that much. How many fucking black people are in this country? You can pay us all.
See, but that's the problem is because that when that lie catches up of there's going to be people that don't get it and for certain reasons. So then like, whoa, man, we're supposed to get reparations the whole fucking time. And
you know how it might work, though, is if they you're going to have to get a small check every year.
It's like, that win for life shit?
Right, that win for life shit. And it's like most motherfuckers ain't going to get it for their whole life. And I guess maybe if you die, a portion goes to a beneficiary, maybe.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, oh, we get $100. We get $100 a month for the rest of our life. Like, there's your reparations. You get $100 a month for the rest of your life. Man, keep that fucking $100. Fuck you.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm gonna take it, but fuck you, and I'm not happy about it.
You know, I wanted more, but fuck you.
It's $100. I get it, but ain't nobody celebrating that shit. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, but then that's the thing. Like I said, people forget that money has to actually come from somewhere, and it's from taxes.
It's gonna be taxes. It's gonna be out of our pockets, and it's like, guess what? You know that job you work for, nigga? You're gonna be like, yo, they killing me. They killing me on taxes, but you get reparations back, right?
Exactly.
No, but it's not evening out. Got you. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
That's
how they get you, button nigga.
And
they get you.
So as you had mentioned as well, they're trying to people in jail to vote because
they want
now listen, if you're in jail, who you voting for?
Right.
You're voting for the people that go, hey, and if you vote for us, we'll get you out of jail. Like,
right. Listen sentences. We voting for that guy.
Exactly. So they're trying to stack it in that direction. And like I've said a million times before, I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but I'm also not a Donald Trump blanket hater of like
everything he does is wrong.
Yeah. Listen, like he obviously doesn't know how to act. He obviously doesn't know how to speak, but he is also a fucking billionaire. And for my opinion, if you were a billionaire, you might just have that certain,
persona about you that you really don't give a fuck what anybody says. And he's felt that way for a long time.
Yeah.
You're not changing a 75-year-old fucking guy. You know what I mean?
You're not going to sugarcoat much.
Right.
You know?
I feel like people are almost hoping that one day Trump will come on and be like, I'm sorry. I just
exactly.
That motherfucker is not going to admit to any wrongdoing ever. Listen, he's a stubborn ass old man.
Yeah.
He's going to say, this is my way, this is my way, this is my way. You can't change an old dog, man. Not a dog like that.
He's going to bring out Montel Jordan when he wins the next election. That's just what it is. This is how we do it.
Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na-na.
This is how we do it.
Oh, my God.
And then another wild one is the Democrats now want to get rid of the Electoral College, which is hilarious because there was no problem with the Electoral College until you lost.
Right.
Until they lost to Donald Trump, which is the funny thing of the Electoral College is built because if the Electoral College was not built, then New York, New York, but the East Coast and the West Coast would decide every election, and it wouldn't be the people in between. The people in the middle of the country would have. It wouldn't matter if they fucking voted. It wouldn't make sense at all.
Basically, West Coast, East Coast have the big dicks, and everybody else is just
and the people that live on the coast, like us. Because anytime that we've traveled to another state, it's like a new country, and we're like, oh my God, people are nice. This doesn't make sense. There's a big difference in the way that people think and the way that people want the country ran. So to just have it the people on the left and just have people on the right coast, it's not it's just not the way to do it. Like I said, they would win the election every single time, so that's why it's spread out.
What is their grounds of saying why they should get rid of it? That's interesting.
Because Donald Trump won.
It's like,
I'm sure that they say something else.
What is their like typed up shit that their their journalist is writing? Their speaker guy who gets paid to fucking write speeches and shit.
Because they go back to that whenever you're fucking 15 years old and you learn what the Electoral College is, and then you go, well, wait. My one vote doesn't count as one vote, and that's what it is. They go like, well, everybody's vote should just count as a vote, and then we go, whoever got the most votes wins. And that's fine, except for you have the most people living in California and New York. So that's the majority of the
numbers are gonna
population.
Win that way. Right.
And so those numbers would win every single time, and that's why they made it fair by,
Right. Adding little guys. And
spreading it out. And each state gets a certain amount of votes. That's
like
what it
Shibuda,
Mississippi
type shit. You know what I mean? I got some family out there. Shibuda. If anybody listening from Shibuda, look me up, man. Priscilla Yates' family. I'm out here.
We out in these streets. Hit the hotline, 203-594-6977. And then kind of the final vinyl for the Democrats that, this is that Hail Mary pass is, we'll forgive all student loans. That's what they're promising now is forgiving all student loans.
Sally Mae, like, fuck that.
Exactly. But once again, people don't fucking think. If you forgive all student loans, that doesn't just go away. That money has to be paid. So then taxes, go through the roof again because you think that you're not paying it, but then you're actually paying it. Like this year, a lot of people were complaining about not getting as big of a tax return.
Yep.
And people tried to blame it on, Donald Trump, of course, immediately.
It's got to be him.
And they said it was more tax, and it wasn't. And what the situation happened is that the government started taking out closer to the correct amount of taxes from you. So it's not that wild shit of like, well, we took way too much, so now you're getting back a ton. It's during the year you're getting back the proper amount. Like you're making more money on each check. You're getting the proper amount taken out. So then, it evens out at the end of the year instead of you having a surplus at the end of the year, which is, some people like it, some people don't.
Right. Pick your Kool-Aid, nigga. You like grape, you like cherry.
Exactly. Put the sugar on it.
You decide. But I don't like being this brain fucked, man. And that's what they try to do. Every politician is all about, let me convince you. It's whoever can convince you the best that their bullshit smells a little bit more or less like bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's a rough thing because it's like people like I said, it's like an abusive girlfriend going back. People don't understand. Like every 4 years, everybody lies to you, and then they get elected. They don't do what they're going to say they're going to do, and then just. All right, we'll do it again in 4. You going back? You want to go back in 4?
You're going to come back? We're going to make it happen?
Beer? You want to do it again in 4?
Let's go back to sending fucking presidents to war, nigga. How about that? Strap up,
bars.
Send you like GW on horseback, nigga. Get out there. Like Putin. I bet you Putin out there with his people on a goddamn steed.
I'll tell you Putin's on horseback. I can tell you that. With no goddamn shirt on.
Right in the middle of the battlefield, giving his fucking speech. I want to tell you. You're like, all right, here you go.
Like, yo, if you are on the front of a boat with your fucking leg up like Captain Morgan, you're slipping. All right? Come out.
Get your shit together. Well, reparations, though. I'm looking forward to that, guys.
Hey, man, like, listen. I hope you get it. You know what I mean? I hope that they give it.
It's
but
a joke. The natives got theirs.
It's funny
only
because
certain tribes, though. That's funny.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, only certain tribes got that land. I don't know.
Oh, and that's
I don't
exactly
know if they have good lawyers.
I
don't know if they have good lawyers. It's going to be certain people of certain status are going to be able to get that reparational money.
Dude, it's going to be like, do you guys do your 23andMe? Because we gotta do this DNA test.
All right. Well, seems like
Sorry.
your family's actually not from the West Ivory Coast.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, no, you don't count.
Because that's the thing, too, is that I think how people talk about, a revolution and whatever it might be, fighting back against the government. Yo, promise people reparations. Promise 12% of the fucking population reparations, free money, because of things that happened in the past, and then don't deliver. See how that goes.
I know.
Because Donald Trump promised a fucking wall, and who knows? It might happen. It might not.
Is it in the works?
Exactly.
I don't even
exactly.
know. I mean, he says it's being built, but I don't think I've ever seen any footage of actual workers building.
I never seen nobody go to one Home Depot and come up with a 2x4. But what I'm saying is that's another example of how we're gonna do it, and then you get in there, you realize how tough it is. But there's a big difference between that and hey, when we get in office, all your student loans are going to be wiped out. What they're trying to do is everything under $50,000 wiped out.
Wow.
Man.
$43,000 old. Wiped out?
Boom. Wiped out. All your student loans under $50,000 wiped out. Oh, you got student loans and you're black? Woo! Oof. And you get reparations.
Let's
Boom.
get there. So what are you going to say now? Huh? What else you got? Nothing? It's like, come on, man.
And so now let you get elected and don't come through on that.
Right.
Man.
Listen, they said that same shit, the good old famous JFK, president who was assassinated here in this country. JFK, when his campaign happened, he was preaching and pitching because I was right around civil rights movement. He's going to end segregation with a flick of a pen. That was his statement. As we said, I'm going to get in office. You vote for me. I'm going to end segregation and civil rights and with a flick of a pen. So then he gets in there. Time's going by, months. Getting close to a year. So now people they got jokes. My people out there they start sending pens to the White House. Here you go, President. Hey, here you go, Mr. President. Hey, you say you need a pen. I don't know. You said a flick of the pen. Here you go. We're sending you pens. I mean, maybe you didn't have one. That was like the big thing. Maybe you didn't have a pen, Mr. President. But here you go. What happened? But that's that shit. You know what I mean? Pitching. But when you get in there, because Congress really is the big motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The president seems nice to be the guy, but you're not the guy, because if you can't make a decision without these motherfuckers telling you can't do it, then you're not the man.
Yeah, I think people don't understand, and I mean this as the normal layman man that just votes. I don't think they understand. You're the president. You're not the king. Like, you don't just get to go I want this to happen, and it happens. That's not how it goes. You know what I mean? There's branches.
Right. Queen got status like that.
Yeah. That's the queen, exactly.
Right. She's called the queen. The niggas have a certain way of running things,
Right.
You have your dictators, Them niggas know what they say goes.
Yeah.
What Hussein said, Hussein did, nigga.
It's Hussein Bolt. Running fast.
Underneath the tunnel where they found him.
But man, I'm looking forward to it because I enjoy sitting back and you do it for me. I enjoy
looking forward. Pick it up.
I enjoy sitting back and watching because we're explaining and talking to each other before we turn these mics on. I look at it as, since Donald Trump has been president, my life has not declined.
Right.
Now, mind you, it has not, skyrocketed either. But since he's been president, if you couldn't watch the news, you would not be like, oh my God, he's not polite. Like, who gives a fuck?
You got to show me some real substance of him like really fucking something up where it's really affecting me. I even think I had a little more in my paycheck not too long ago, not to be honest.
Yep.
I think it was about a year and a half ago maybe. It was something in the paycheck. I was getting a couple more dollars, and I was like, what's that about? And they were like, oh, something that Trump did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, like I
said,
it
was like $6 or something. Less than 10, but still, it was like, oh, what's this?
Yep.
A little bit counts.
It's balancing out the taxes, but because that is one of the good things about the gentleman is he's a businessman. You know what I mean? And that's what. But yeah, no, it's a funny thing because I'm looking forward to the elections because I want to watch the shit show. I want to see how it all goes down. Because even like in Connecticut. This is another thing too, how I talked about like the it's like the abused girlfriend where people just like finally maybe wake up one day, but our roads are fucked up. And our roads are always fucked up until there's about to be an election. And then, oh my God, we paved the road somehow.
Right, somehow.
Oh my God, how'd that happen?
We had a secret jar of money that was just laying around. And
so they put it in your mind. That's why battle rappers, no, he goes first. Because so I get the last word and you remember what I said last. And that's
right. And then if you're a good rebuttaler, I'm going to rebuttal everything. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to see how nice I am. Yeah. I rebuttal him. I rebuttal everything he said.
And that's what it is with the roads when we have so much goddamn money to pay for roads that we just don't do. Like when our cigarettes went up from $2.50 a pack to fucking $10 a pack, that was supposed to be, they're taxes and we use them for schools and roads. When we brought the lottery into this state, that was for schools and roads. When our tax went up from a 4 cents tax to 6 cents tax, that was for that. When the casinos came in, that was for that. Yep. When fucking gas prices skyrocketed, that was for that. When fucking we brought medical marijuana into this state, that was for that. Right. Now they want to set up tolls in our state again, for that.
So what is it? Is it? Are we not close? Are we not close to a goal? When does it stop? When does the bleeding stop? I don't know. It's like you find more ways. It's because you're opening more and more. I mean, you get things like more and more people that are on public assistance, and more and more people that are, they're stipends are coming out. Shit.
Yeah.
They're giving people money to open up stores for Christ's sake. When people come from other countries.
Yep.
Which I found that interesting. Like they give people like these Welcome to America packets, and sometimes it's like $40,000. I don't know if that goes by like their status from where they're from. But like that's because someone was explaining to me that's why a lot of foreigners when they come they open up these corner stores and shit. Why are they? How do they just come here? Like I can't even get a fucking loan. Like I can't even get my neighbor to let me borrow $3. And like these motherfuckers come here and get loans, and just come on this soil, get loans and open up stores. And it's almost like. Did they say maybe they say I don't know everybody's story because maybe they saved up that much money back home.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh well, you said it was kind of rough back home. That's why you came here.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, and you came here to make money because our money's worth more to send back home.
Right.
Like the dudes. I talked to the guys at Crown Fried Chicken, and they say back home, they're living. And that's why they work here. And there's 4 of them that live in an apartment together. And then, because while I'm doing Uber Eats, we sit and talk, hey, man, what's your story, all that. And they're living back home, but that's what they're doing. They come over here for 10 years, stack up, go back home, live like a king.
And it's true, man. It's like, their blueprint is, why? Because they're not Americanized with the shit we do. You know what I mean? So they can really just kind of come and fucking barrel down and just fucking work like maniacs, and they don't care about social status or social. You know what I mean? They don't care about the shit we care about, like decompressing and going out for the night or something, or going to a bar or going to a jazz a concert. Like they don't do none of that shit. It's like work, because they know what their goal is. What they're trying to do is like, no, I'm gonna work my ass off for 10, 15 years. Yeah. I'm not gonna fucking do anything, but then I'm gonna go back home and I'm gonna build,
live like a king.
Right, and I'm gonna be all right. So. I wish there was a country I could do that too.
Right? I know.
Mine. But we're Americanized, so it ain't that deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have that fucking mentality sometimes. Like, I get it. I'll get it when I get it, nigga.
I respect the grind.
Right. Hey, listen, there's a reason why there's a majority of our doctors are like Indians and shit nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's like they don't come for the fuckery, man. They don't when they come here from other countries and their families get these certain tools in them and work ethics they instill in their kids, man, that they come here and they ball out, man.
That's what it is, man. A lot of it is just that work ethic that like we're not instilled with it at that high of a level. Like we didn't grow up in the best of situations, but we also didn't grow up homeless in a fucking ditch and then like oh my God, I got to come here, and now fucking, it is
you motherfuckers don't take
dream.
you motherfuckers don't take advantage of this. You know what I just came from?
Exactly.
Like, you understand, like our ghettos and shit, our slums, man, are nothing compared to like a third world countries, man. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are pissing in buckets, man. Like, that's only people that are doing that here are like homeless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like we don't have huge numbers of homeless. No, it's big. A lot of people that went homeless though is because they fucked up the opportunities that they had here.
And honestly, a lot of people go homeless by choice from drug use or alcohol or whatever may have you.
A lot of that is addictions and shit. Yep.
Yeah.
But then you got some of those that hit rock bottom, and they just it's almost like if you hit rock bottom like that, it's almost like it's because you just burnt every fucking bridge around you, man. Like, nobody wants to help you. That means it almost says something about your character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're that assed out and there's nobody around to like throw you a lifeline. And it might not be, but there's got to be something there. Like you said, there's decisions that we always make out here, man, that put you in those. Like I can feel bad for a motherfucker to being assed out, but it's like something happened.
Exactly. Yo, there's stories.
There's a story, man. Something happened to your ass that I can't identify, and it could be your fault.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It could be your fault. I'm woke.
Oh my God, it's so true.
Oh my lantern.
Speaking about people's faults, one of the last things that we'll get into here is the last Avengers movie came out,
and
there's the big push online of like, don't post spoilers, no spoilers, which I respect 1,000%, but I feel like it's a selfish act to not understand / assume / just fucking flat out know that there are assholes that exist, that people are selfish and they're going to spoil the shit online. Right. So instead of trying
Let me tell you everything I hate about this movie. Yeah, right?
Instead of trying to change somebody else's behavior, in my humble hope, you should change your behavior. And hey, don't go on Instagram and Twitter until you see the goddamn movie. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, that's too much because you're asking somebody to stay away from their fix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people have that social fixes. There's got to be a name for it. I'm pretty sure the addiction to social media I'm pretty sure there's a term that is being used for that.
There's got to be a nice...
Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of studies.
Concrete word to put it
together. It's going to be funny to see because people are actually going to have rehab. They got like sexual and sexual addicts and shit. AA, NA. They're going to have one for social media. Like, every time I see a phone, my hands light up and I get all quivery and like it's like, what the fuck is going on, man? That you guys are shaking and doing all this shit because. Especially I see young kids, man, they get in trouble. They get their phones taken from them, and it's like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Like
life is over. Life is over.
There's people have gotten killed from it. Like, people there's, always those, and, probably in Florida, fucking got the fucking phone taken away, and they rage out. They're like, wow, lose their fucking mind.
Do you see those stories? A teenage kid kills his parents because they took away his Xbox game?
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, that shit there's a problem there, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it's really like murder, death, kill because the motherfucker didn't get something, like a new T-shirt or some shit, like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Yeah, that's too much.
Get your shit together,
Yeah, it's weird, though, because people now, even the studio that put out the film did like a whole press release of like, please don't put out spoilers until blah, 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 whatever. Because also, like, they released the film first in Japan, and I think that people, even how smart people are, I think people forget that, like, Japan is in my phone, dude. It's not fucking. It's not
across the street.
It's not a 19 fucking hour plane ride anymore.
Right.
Like, if it's out in Japan, then that means it's out everywhere now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that whole, like, put it out a week early in Japan, motherfucker, for what?
For what?
Motherfucker, for what?
But listen, you know what? I got a spoiler alert for you guys. The good guy wins. Bam.
Hello.
Sold it.
Hello.
Spoiler alert. Good guys
and I haven't
win.
seen the movie.
I haven't seen the movie, nigga. But I'm pretty sure there's a hero and there's a heel. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
There's a good guy and there's a bad guy.
I'm sure that's how it goes, nigga. And the good guy more than likely is going to win. And there might be a casualty or two in the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good guy die. A good guy's got to die for a good story.
Good guy die.
Good guy die.
Good guy die.
Yeah, this might be that could be the name. Good guy die.
Good old good guy die.
But yeah, Avengers, they're going to kill the box office. It's opening weekend this weekend.
either it was this
last
week or
okay.
yeah.
Well, whatever. I'm pretty sure. I didn't look at the numbers, but I'm pretty sure they blew it through the roof because I didn't even see the Avengers before that though.
I did because
Thanos
because it's on Netflix now. I saw it and it was cool. It's a bunch of superheroes together.
Well, it's got to be. Sorry, folks, if you didn't have the excitement because there's a Comic-Con guy right now going fucking sick on your reaction. What? How did, bro, dude? I don't know. Oh my God, how the fuck did he cannot say it's the greatest thing ever? And it's like, man.
It's funny too because it's like the people with Game of Thrones, the people that read the books, which I am one of the people that read the books, and I watched some of the series, but I fell off because I'm not good at when it's currently on. You know what I mean? Like I'm good for a binge.
I'll check it later.
I'm good for a binge, but when it's currently on. I don't have it, but there's people like that with the Avengers. They changed this from the comic books.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's so fucking stupid.
It's not the same
Thanos
thing.
in real life. And, did you just say Thanos in real life? All right, I'm gonna pretend.
That's the name of the episode. Did you just say Thanos in real life?
You said Thanos. We're gonna fall back with that one and be like, okay, all right. So we are definitely we're on the same level.
But no, it was funny. Like I said, the studio even released the whole please don't post spoilers, and it's like, dude, take control of yourself instead of trying to change everybody else.
Sit with the spoiler. Get your ass out there. Don't watch anything and go watch the shit, man.
Go watch the damn movie.
Go see it and then enjoy yourself. Eat popcorn. Make out in the fucking back of the theater like I would do.
Grab a titty in the dark.
Yeah, listen. Either go way in the back or way in the front. Right. Way in the front is like, was there two people sitting there? Where'd the other girl go? It was a guy and a girl there. Where'd she go?
She's just napping?
She's taking a nap. Did she leave? Or?
Is that a lap nap?
Yeah, the lap nap. Oh, yes. Woo, I like those. Baby, take a lap nap.
I'm going to roll into the lap nap.
Baby, just take a lap nap on a nigga like,
Somebody else that took a nap and took a sweep and took an L. Man, in these NBA playoffs, OKC needs to do something else.
Yeah. This I mean, Paul George, they got beast,
Paul Wall.
Westbrook, he does what he does, but he can't get it. I almost think people probably just don't like playing with him. I bet secretly they don't just really disclose he's an asshole, man. I can't play with that.
Right?
Bro. You know what I mean? He's arrogant. He's too cocky. It's like you always want to be about him. Because James Harden don't really have that approach. Almost, he need a man. He know he the man. He take care of business. He doesn't bitch and do like. Westbrook is always bitching. He fights fans. He goes crazy. Everybody, he's very emotionally tied to everything. And everybody, he's the one that had a kid. He had a kid almost kicked out, or remember the kid that touched him or some shit?
Kid touched him, and then he
went
did
all bonkers.
He scolded him and told his father the whole.
You tell your fucking teacher kid don't be touching people.
Yep.
Like, oh, Westbrook, really?
Yeah.
It's almost like I get it.
Listen, anybody dresses like that, you're obviously not okay with yourself, and you need more attention.
He's a fashionista. I don't know what it is.
That's some attention shit.
It's these fucking designers, man. I almost think these guys, some of them are on the payroll. I think they really do that though. Like designers will pay them to walk into a game and wearing their shit because they know when you're that big of a star too, the cameras are going to be on you and they're going to be like, oh, where'd they get that? It's a runway. You know what I mean? He's coming, but they didn't like Allen Iverson's runway. But whatever.
Yeah,
I appreciated that one, but whatever. He, he's funny because I seen an interview with him and he was like, nah, he said they were asking him, it was like, do you feel some kind of way that, now people could be kind of dressed whatever, but, when you were there, it was kind of, he goes, I took the blunt of that for those guys. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically, I broke that ice and I took all the heat so they can do this shit. So, I guess it's a trend-setting move. I take that, you know? So I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, you said that, man, when you came in with whatever. You know what I mean? He came in as he was, and it was his flashy hoodies, jeans, you know what I mean? It's like, that's how he was all the time.
Yeah.
And then they changed it. No, they got to be more professional. And they do this whole, now it's got to be suits. So now it's suits, but it's now guys don't have to do suits. They just got to dress fancy.
Yeah, you just have to wear expensive clothing.
Right. Can you show your money, please? Stop with the sweatpants and T-shirts. That's how I would come to a game.
Right.
I mean, you're going to the fucking game. Don't you want to be loose and relaxed?
Yeah.
That's what I would think, man. But these guys are professionals, so it's like we're going to the, let me get dressed. Like, before the game, they're dressing and throwing cologne, and, you're about to go fucking sweat on a court for 3 hours.
Well, and, once you make that fucking, catwalk from your car through, to the locker room, you're taking those clothes off and putting on your shorts and shit.
Like, you got dressed for a walkthrough.
Yeah.
You got dressed to walk from your car to the locker room.
Weird.
And then when they're done, See, now that's crazy because some of those guys, they bring multiple outfits and they keep it on their locker room. You know what I mean? So he wears one outfit there, plays the game, goes, showers and shit, and then he wears another outfit to go home in. You know what I mean? And then or maybe stop at the store and then go into the store, into the bathroom, into the store, and then change in there to just go home with another outfit. You remember that outfit you saw me right at the press conference? I'm not wearing that now.
Can't wear it twice.
Can't wear that twice. Now, they just saw me in the press conference, so now when I leave, they're going to notice me and it's going to be a problem, so I got to change again. There's got to be some paranoia with the athletes, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I know there's some paranoia going on with hockey fans because their ratings are really bad. I mean, if you didn't know, the hockey playoffs, NHL, National Hockey League, the playoffs are going on right now, but no one knows.
They have the worst luck of it happening at the same time as the NBA.
NBA's just, in this country here, NBA's more popular sport, man. There's more watchers and more people that are putting their money into it, you know. You don't have A-list celebrities going to hockey games. It's not really, you know what I mean? It's not really. Spike Lee will not be going to a Rangers game anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, it's not happening, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not that sport, you know?
That's funny.
But they'll get there. Get there.
Get there, kid. You know, and we have been here. At episode 71. So, man, as we close it out, once again, please hit up this hotline if you choose to, 203-594-6977. Call or text. If you've been attacked by an animal, if you are voting, if you aren't voting, if
you are an animal,
if if you got views on this upcoming election, and do you think that they would ever pass out these reparations? Do you think that they would ever forgive all these loans, man? Let us know how you feel about it. 203-594-6977. And we're going to talk about it.
I think they did figure out the reparations, though. It's just they give it to like people that are just gifted to be athletes.
Bars.
Here you go. We got the black athletes. You guys get all the money.
The fast twitch muscle.
And they deserve it. It's all well worth it, man. You put your people into a lot. Now you get to reap it. See that? Look at there. It's like, nah, we want more.
We put you through. If you want to go, it was a 400-year training camp. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that should be the name of a fucking book, man. It's 400-year training camp, man.
That's got to be a
the
documentary.
pride in the move from the African American athlete, man. It's the 40-year training camp, man. You fuck around and we already had we're specimens from being big motherfuckers back in the countries, but now you put us to work and we built.
ESPN 30 for 30.
30 for 30.
400-year training camp.
400-year training camp. Listen, man, at the end of the day.
It's the beginning of the night.
We want the reparations. We going to say, nah, man, we don't need that shit, but the motherfucker going to take it. That's all I'm going to say.
They give it.
I'm Young Pastry, man. Why you NG? Past rye, man. We out here, cuz, and we going to be in here every day, man. Get your shit together.
Little matches. We in a fucking car, dog.
Watermelon versus pumpkin. Mobile. Global mobile.